Should you go ahead and move to Puerto Rico like Logan Paul did to try and save money on your taxes? It's not always a good idea, and it's not always as good as it seems. Let me walk through this process. There is a law in Puerto Rico called Act 60, which allows you to go to Puerto Rico and open up a company that provides export services. So if you're in the service industry and you're consulting, or you're doing accounting, or if you're trading or things like that, or if you're in crypto, it can be appealing because you can do that from anywhere in the world. And if you do it from Puerto Rico, there's a specific section in the US code that exempts income from Puerto Rico and allows you to not pay US tax on that income. But it has to be sourced to Puerto Rico. On the Puerto Rico side, if you have an Act 60 entity, you have to get a decree from the government that approves the Act 60 entity so that you can be taxed at 4% with 0% capital gains. That's the advantage of it. But you have to set it up correctly, and you have to actually be providing export services from Puerto Rico. Otherwise, it doesn't work. The government of Puerto Rico is not interested in you selling your US company, taking the money to Puerto Rico, and paying Puerto Rico tax rates or paying 4% on the proceeds from that sale, because you're not providing anything to them in terms of their economy. So you have to consider both sides of it before you actually try and make this move. And you have to be very careful about residency. You have to be a Puerto Rico residency for at least 3 to 5 years. Otherwise, the section in the US code doesn't work. And if you leave early, the US will charge you back taxes for the time that you were in Puerto Rico, but we're not paying US tax on the income you were making in Puerto Rico. It's a move that does work. It's perfectly legal. It's an exemption that's been carved out of the US code for the purpose of helping Puerto Rico boost their economy after hurricanes, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to be very careful, and you have to hire the right team to be able to set it up properly. So it's ideal for people that are doing consulting services or services that they can do anywhere in the world and export those services. But it's not ideal if you have a factory or something in the United States, or if you're running several businesses in the United States. It's a lot more difficult and it's a lot more complicated, which we can talk about in later videos. But if you're doing consulting or doing some kind of export service that can be easily mobilized to a place like Puerto Rico, it could work. But you got to be careful about the residency, and you can't be flying back and forth to Miami every 2 days. It doesn't work.